Hey guys, it's the Aussie Arm Wrestler here, and let's have a chat. Prime John Brzenk against Prime Levan Saginashvili in this first Prime versus Prime series. The open discussion, it's gonna get heated. Everyone's gonna be jaw jacking, slinging and slanging, hanging and banging in this one. But the first thing we have to ask is, when was Prime John Brzenk? Well, in this video, I'm not going to talk about the 80s. I'm not going to talk about the 90s. I'm aiming for around 2006 to 2009. There was something special about that era of John Brzenk, and we're going to go through that versus today's Levan, Levan, whatever, Saginashvili. They're the two eras we're going to attack. Now, John Brzenk in 2006 to 2009, the man went on a rampage. Not only was he winning Zloty Tur, but it's the people that he was beating along the way. He beat the great Andre Pushkar in a super match 6-0. I don't care who you are in the world. It's moments like that. It's reasons like that big bad Terminator looking John Brzenk is always called the GOAT, because the 6-0 win over Andre Pushkar is very, very impressive. You got to look at Zloty Tur as well. There's a man that he beat in there, cyborg looking, Cyclops looking, robot. This man wasn't even human. Yes, he might not have been at peak form, but geez, he was proper strong, and that is the cyborg Denis Saplenkov. He beats him twice in that Zloty Tur. I believe he beats him in the earlier stages of the tournament. Might even taken a loss to Denis in that tournament as well. Make sure you all do your fact checking for me, your dead set legends. And then it comes in and John ends up winning it. Yep, it's that famous one where he flexes on Denis Saplenkov whilst in the strap. Then moving on from there, he goes on to Vendetta in Vegas and gets a beautiful 5-1 victory, and the one was a bit of a given in the last round. So he wins the first 5 rounds against an even stronger Denis Saplenkov. The way the man was able to just hold center table, stonewall him, look deep into his soul and say, not today, young Denis. Your time will come in a couple of years down the road, but I am still the man. It's there from 2006 to 2009. John Brzenk just really cements why he's the GOAT. Now you look on the other side of the table. Cometh the monster, cometh the man. That big Levan. From 2019 to 2022, yes, we had a bit of a gap in there, but the man is looking unstoppable. The man can't even have a round taken off him. No givens, none of that stuff, and he's just looking impressive each and every time. None more impressive than our 3 of the 6 rounds. The way he manhandled Dave Chafington, Esquire Jr. III. My man Dave just looking like a baby toy. The size of Levan, the brute strength of Levan. Yes, some people could argue that he's just purely basing it on power and strength because he hasn't been challenged in the technique of arm wrestling. But this is where the Prime versus Prime series skyrockets to the moon. We'll have a quick discussion of how the match would go. Round 1, I quickly see the jump going to Levan. Yep, that's what's going to happen. John will be looking for the slip, and then somehow Levan just takes hold of the thumbs, bites on the end of it, takes him down, and gets a quick pin. Round 2, John puts his arm wrestling technique brain on the Poindexter, a PhD in pulling, and he jumps in there and ends up taking number 2. He shocks Levan and able to turn in for the hook and hold him, and they're stuck in the middle of the table, and he continues to tire out Levan and comes in for the pin. Round 3 does end up somehow going to straps, and this is where we see the Prime John Brzenk just able to stonewall Levan in the middle of the table. That's right, I've gone mad. John Brzenk stonewalling somehow. We've seen John in his earlier days take on big massive people, but he's just able to suck all the air out of the oxygen tank that is the great monster Levan. And it's because of round 3 and because of that tiring that the rest of the rounds go to the way of John Brzenk. That's right, I have said it. I've probably lost my mind, but this is a Prime versus Prime series. It's fantasy booking. It is all about the fun. But the fun part of this video is you dead set legends. Let me know in the comments section. What do you think? Have I lost my mind? Do we think Levan would crush John Brzenk in the best form of his life? Or do we think the greatest, the GOAT, the best man to ever pull on the table can just conquer that one last mountain in his Prime series? Let me know, you dead set legends. If you can, give this video a big thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe. If you want to give it a super thanks, even better. And always, ready, bang!